What's up? So this is for the 28th of July. Coming in, we sort of have a sell side level down here on NQ. ES has a lot more. We're currently trading out of the 4-hour for value gap. On the 1 hour, we have taken internal buy side. NQ is a lot more bearish, so we've already taken this high. ES is obviously a lot more bullish, so we've swept this out. Not really a model presenting towards us now selling off, but on NQ we also have a ton of buy side resting here. So coming into the morning, we can definitely be bearish. We have sell side set up, but I need to see clear manipulation and a clear drawn liquidity. Right now we are in discount. We have not returned to equilibrium. We do have a bullish SMT at these lows, so we can continue running higher. But overall, it's Tuesday, the day before FOMC, so I'm guessing that today is going to chop a bit, set up structure for the move tomorrow. Yes, like I said, I'd like to see these lows get taken. I'm sure we're going to take these within the next couple days, but I just want to be patient coming into the day and just wait. What up? This is for the 28th of July. I got fucking smoked today. Not because I didn't I don't know. Hold on. Let me zoom in here. Coming into the morning, we were super bearish. We had moved higher, and we had already taken liquidity on, where are we at? Here we go. So we had already taken liquidity on ES. So we had taken some of this low resistance that we're seeing here. If I zoom out, it'll make it easier. So we had already taken sell side or buy side. We're moving higher. We get this last series of candles that moves up. We take out internal liquidity that swept out buy side, and then this actually takes quite a while to finally close through this. But at this point, this is where we get that last leg higher, and then we start selling off. So right here, I'll plug in the plan that I made in the morning. I was like, okay, well, we have a shit ton of sell side that we're probably going to run. Both assets have generated sell side. So there's that. We end up right at 9:30. We press higher, boom, we sell off, and then we make this for value gap. We rebalance to it. Overall, my model wasn't present here. So I was like, okay, I know where I think we're going to go, and it's lower, but my model isn't here, so I'm not going to take anything. That was great. That's what I want to see for myself. I was sort of looking for an internal model right on this rebalance, which we did get. Like, this is exactly what I would look for, where we come up, we inverse a fair value gap, and then we go short. But at this point, I was kind of just like, well, I don't know. This is honestly the right trade here, but it's not my complete model. Let's see if I zoom in, if it's on the 15-second. Yeah, just not clear. That's more of like an inverse, and my entrance criteria is more than just an inverse. Now, this was, I don't know. It was just not clear enough for me, so I didn't take it. That was all she wrote. Now, at this point, we had taken all the sell side on NQ. We still had one external sell side level that we had left on NQ or on ES. But at this point, we do this whole move. We sell off 50 points on it, ES, and we sell off 400 something points on NQ. And at the same time, we sweep out internal liquidity, and then we start moving higher. So I went short here. This was just, I was just like, okay, well, we took out this internal liquidity, we closed through this, and then we closed through this for value gap. And honestly, this was just too deep. Let's see here. So yeah, we had already swept this out internally on NQ. This is just a force. And then right after, so we see I go short, I get stopped out, and then once we close through this, now this was honestly a good trade. This second trade was like, it was pretty nice. We had this clear series of down close candles. We swept out liquidity. We had generated buy side up here that we made on our way down. We displaced higher. So I entered. I trimmed once we took this internal liquidity, and the 15-minute for value gap had been tapped. And then I got stopped at break even. I should have been done right there. That should have been it completely. And then I got stopped at break even. But after that, it was like, okay, we're stopped at break even. And then I went short here with my stop above this inverse. I was still tied to us reaching this sell side level. And I gave us, where were we at? 460, 426, 25. So I went short like way down here, like bottom tick almost, with my stop here. And yeah, we had sold off. There was no structure left, and I forced another trade. Then I went long here. Or sorry. So I went short, got stopped out. We moved lower again. I went short again. And then it finally got stopped out. Just a lot of really bad decision making. This one was good on the 32nd, but just like you see yourself make these decisions and you kind of just cringe because you're like, okay, well, okay, I got this. This was the short. We closed to the change in the state. There was an SMT here. I had my stop above this inverse. We had sell side, but there was a crack in the correlation. We had the SMT down here. But we were already super deep in discount, and like, that was just not good. This is hard, like tough to even look at because you're like, what the fuck am I thinking? Regardless, then I went long on ES. It got so yeah, long on ES. My stop was below this low. I got ticked out, and then we ran higher. What I was looking at was really all the low resistance liquidity here on NQ that we had generated, and along with that, we had the opening range gap that had not been tapped yet. So we made this really clear SMT. The 2 minute, it's actually really nice. Change in the state, inverse for value gap, liquidity, or not liquidity, but a PD array that we should seek towards. That we, look at that, we fill just almost to 50% of. in fact, that's the opening of it. So yeah, we filled to 50%, and then we kind of sell off a little bit. Now, I went, it was another one right here. Like, this is just so many trades. Just too much. But we get this rebalance. We close above this, change in the state. We respect the inverse, or we inverse this. So I went long, we had stacked buy side. I trim at the hourly change in the state. We come back, and then once again, literally get ticked out. I was targeting the opening range gap. We get literally ticked out once here on this account, just barely. And then we get ticked out at break even here. I trimmed at just about 2 to 1, 8.73, about 2 to 1, which erased this whole loss, which was good. That was a good spot to trim, as we can see. And then, yeah, I got stopped to break even. This, honestly, I am pretty thankful that this came. It's tough to say that because it's like you're oriented where you have a goal and what you're trying to reach and what you're trying to do, and when you don't reach it, you kind of think that that's you not doing something right. And yeah, I did a few things wrong today, a lot of things wrong really, but when this happens, it's because that's the only way that you're going to learn. You can learn from other people telling you, okay, this is what you need to do, or you're gonna fucking throw a bunch of money in the garbage. True, you can learn like that, but really in the market, what I have found is that these are the days where I learn the most about myself, about how I need to operate, and how I carry myself. And it embraces that conviction that God is not going to give you the things that you want, that you ask for, that you work towards, that are very worldly, until you're the person that is capable of receiving them. A lot of trading is our heart posture and our focus being placed on worldly things, be it money, impressing other people, um, the whole ordeal. Like stepping into something where and like being able to say, oh, like, oh yeah, I make all this money and what, yeah, like just a bunch of bullshit. And the person that you are that is capable of acting correctly in the market and being patient and operating in a way that will protect you for over time is not the version of yourself that is worried about, oh, I need to come in and I'm going to make money today and I'm going to start getting all these payouts and my life's going to change. And it's like, no, like your life doesn't change when these things happen. These things happen when you change and when you are able to die to your old self and actually produce better habits, when you actually are able to form the things that you're doing into a system where it's producing growth and reflection and where you're actually learning from mistakes and moving forward, that you're not making the same mistakes. So I mean, yeah, I'm not that upset about today. It's upsetting that I fucking just shot the bed, but really I am grateful that I was given an opportunity to look in a mirror and see that, listen, you don't have it all figured out. You're probably never going to, but you need to align yourself before you step in and really ask yourself, what's the goal of me stepping in here? Is it to make money? Is it to build good habits? Is it to impress other people? Which a few of those are no. One was yes, and that's to build good habits. So yeah, just some reflection. That's about it.